Hello everybody, Caden today with another Jurassic World Reborn exhibit, and today we are building up a, what is this even called? Carcharodontosaurus. It's one of the big three Allosaurid type dinosaurs we were going to add. So yeah, today's the Carcharodontosaurus. The exhibit looks pretty cool, and like I said in the Allosaurus exhibit video, yeah, this was kind of my plan. I was going to put all three of these carnivores together, so we're going to have the Carcharodontosaurus, the Giganotosaurus, and the Allosaurus all right next to each other, kind of filling out the spot next to the Dodo Rex. I don't know if it's going to close off this whole section of the pathway to just be these, or if we'll include some other things, but that'll just kind of come down to personal preference, I guess, at the end of the day. But yeah, anyway, this exhibit, it's a bit different than the last one. So the last one obviously went more back to our traditional Allosaurus exhibit, obviously, as you guys heard me talk about. But this one, I don't know. It feels more like a build we've done earlier in the series. I'd say it probably feels most like maybe the Carnotaurus exhibit, actually, or the Dreadnoughtus, perhaps. Mostly because I did very few trees in this build. This build was mostly just, well, grassland. I tried to make it a bit more of like a floodplain kind of thing. I didn't add in enough water for it to be a full-on floodplain, but I also just didn't feel like messing around with water for like, 6 billion hours. But yeah, anyway, it's a fairly large exhibit actually, but as usual, it doesn't really look like, it's absolutely gigantic, it looks rather pitiful compared to the animals inside. Whatever. But you know what? It was a pretty fun little chill, just kind of big carnivore build. Had a lot of fun with it, and it does actually look really different. And since I decided to go for a bit more of a coastal, floodplain kind of look, I did switch the biome out to a more tropical one, which I think actually looks really cool and really differentiates it from the other exhibits around it, and I think actually makes the other exhibits look a bit better, because it gives them this very different atmosphere to what this one has and what the Giganotosaurus potentially is going to have. So yeah, I think that's really cool. It was actually a lot of fun to build. Yeah. And it also helped that, also another big thing is this one doesn't really have any rock walls in it. I mean, it has that little spot where the Allosaurus exhibit is, but for the most part, this build isn't just a direct copy of the previous one, and didn't feature tons of rock work, so it didn't take a billion years to build, which was nice. That was a really nice thing to have happen. And also it helped that about a quarter of the fence, I'd say, well, maybe closer to a fifth of the fence was already built for me, so that was really easy as well. That made building this whole project way nicer than usual. Usually I have a whole ton of stuff I have to build, whole ton of stuff to work on and all that, and it's not necessarily the most fun. I mean, fences get kind of repetitive to build after a while. You only have so many designs you can do, and you only have, it's building the same like 5 by usually like 8 block thing. 5 by 1 by 8, I guess would be how you'd say. I don't know exactly, but you're just building the same little section over and over, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. But yeah, it does end up looking pretty good. And I think this will be a great segue into the Giganotosaurus exhibit I'm planning out. Whether or not I do that next episode, no one knows. Maybe we'll do it, maybe we won't. Kind of just depends how I feel. There's a couple other cool ideas I have still floating around for this world, but we are starting to get towards the point of, I think the series may actually end around the same time as our aquarium series, funnily enough. Just because both of them are kind of running out of things to do. Well, okay, this one isn't necessarily running out of things to do. I'm just running out of the things I'm willing to do, such as I'm not going to do an aquarium on this world just because I don't really want to build one, since we already have an aquarium series, and I already have a dinosaur aquarium I'm planning out, so yeah, I want to save that stuff for that. But don't worry, we're still gonna do like most of the big sauropods, the Giganotosaurus, the Ice Age stuff. The small dinosaurs are going to happen, don't worry about that. We're still gonna get like, I don't know, like the Mosasaurus, the Microraptor, Herrerasaurus, all that stuff's still happening. And we might do an aviary. That won't really be all that fancy of an episode, in all honesty, just because that'll be really simple. Just make a sphere using World Edit, and then we'll go in and decorate the interior and stuff, so that should be a pretty easy build. But yeah, it'll be hopefully a lot of fun. And yeah, so don't worry, don't freak out. It's not like, oh no, there's only like 2 episodes left or whatever. No, there's gonna be, this will carry us straight into April and probably through most of April. It'll just end close to when the Aquarium series ends, but that'll be okay, I think, and I think you guys will be fine with that because at the end of the day, it's just gonna bring us closer to some other series we're gonna do. On other games or other Minecraft things, who knows. But yeah, anyway, that's really all I've got to say for right now, so I'm gonna let the rest of the time-lapse play out, and I'll catch back up with you guys to show you the final build. Alright, and here we are with the final exhibit. Now, you might notice really quickly that there's no shaders on, and that is because they were having some issues, so yeah, I'll go fix those pretty soon, but yeah, just for today's episode, we're going to not have them on. But anyway, yeah, this is the final build. I didn't get around to finishing the viewing area, but I'll get that done pretty soon, hopefully. But yeah, overall, a pretty cool exhibit, and it's, once again, funny. Like, this is a fairly large build, and I believe it's actually bigger than this one, but it looks tiny compared to our absolutely enormous Carcharodontosaurs, who do look really, really cool. Quite happy with them. Yeah. Also, again, I'm sure I probably already mentioned this, but yeah, I decided to try and go for a bit more of like a floodplains kind of look, so some trees, not too many trees. And yes, me not switching everything over to the jungle biome was purposeful because, I don't know, I felt like it would add a bit of variation to the color, like it has, and that might look a bit cool, you know? Kind of add a bit of variation, and I might start doing that a bit more with these builds, just kind of mixing in a couple of different biomes to try and make things look a bit more interesting, but who knows? Overall, though, I think the exhibit did turn out pretty well, and of course, with my ongoing plan for this area, we have plenty of space over here to add in the Giganotosaurus, which is, I believe, the last of these big carnivores I need to throw in. Aside from probably, I don't know, like a Indominus or something. But yeah, for the most part, we're almost done with the big carnivores, which is kind of cool. What are you doing? What was that animation? That was a bit of an odd one. But yeah, overall things turned out pretty well. Pretty happy with these last two builds. I think they've both turned out really well. And I think they both look pretty interesting and unique when compared to each other. Like, I don't know, I really like the two vastly different color palettes they've got. I think it's kind of cool looking. But yeah, so next episode, I'm not really sure exactly what we're gonna do. We could do the Giganotosaurus. I am considering that as a thing. But if we fly over here, you'll notice all of these. Basically, I just tried to find all the small dinosaurs we haven't used yet, and I'm thinking of doing a couple of small animal exhibits somewhere around the park. And yeah, we'll just go through and try and get a couple of those in an episode, and then, I don't know, we'll do like a sauropod episode and a maybe an aviary video? Who knows? But yeah, overall things are turning out pretty well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this exhibit in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your guys' feedback. Let me know what you guys think of it. What would you guys like to see next time? And all that lovely stuff. So thank you all for watching. Hope you've all enjoyed. And until next time, see ya.